What a nice jewel you have here.
It's totally wearable.
Yes. She was a resident from last year. She's from Estland, Anna Maria Saar. And Saar means island, isn't it? No, I can laugh though.
Number. I mean, you want this. Die wird es bei mir gehalten, also schön ist wahrscheinlich bereits bekommen.
Echt toll. Das heißt, du hast jetzt noch 2 Euro.
Jetzt brauche ich 10
Arbeit anmelden und so zunächst.
Wir haben hier leider keine Straße, aber Am I famous now?
No, you are.
Oh, I'm not famous. How can I get you?
They are famous.
Oh my god. Yeah.
I'll show you Sierra.
Yeah, if you wanna.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But then we can already share things.
What to do to get? What to do to get famous?
Yeah, you have to be on the other side of your camera.
I'm my own Facebook
But
page
you will
with-
probably be like, did you see the camera girl? So I think it's
Then you
maybe
could become famous. Yeah, I see potential.
trick to
Was hat mir das schnell gesagt? Hätte jetzt schon.
Auch nicht.
Schlitz und zieht sich rein. Das heißt, es ist dann halt einmal so oft und dann zieht man losrein. Das ist wesentlich einfacher. Aber ich hatte da keinen Bock drauf. Das war halt, also du kannst halt einfach, ich habe irgendwann einzeln reinverlegt. Was die machen, ist, die machen hinten das mehr und dann
Ja, bei der Inhaltsstruktur. Bei dem anderen sind wir ja unterwegs.
Also der taucht so.
Look around. Yeah. So if you have any questions, just ask.
Yeah, thank you.
Achso, ich dachte nur, den gleich an.
Yeah, I have a few questions. As I see, there's also glass and some ceramics. Is it like?
We have 4 different jewelry designers here.
Yeah.
This place. Yeah, everybody works with material.
Do you have like have studied at the same place? Or?
3 of us study in Düsseldorf, and we also have a workshop there. And a friend of mine, Claudia Lassner, the blue one, she's her shop, and she also has her work here. So we come together and make one exhibition.
But someone is making the ceramics. Is it also?
Okay, yeah, that's Annika. It's also a friend of mine. That's also her shop. So Claudia and Annika have this shop together. One jewelry designer and one ceramic designer.
Okay, because I also
And so we use this place for our exhibition too.
But your works are probably those with the devil?
No, mine are, for example, this one.
Yeah.
And brooches, the white one with the black eyes, and necklaces in the middle.
Quite like how to say yesterday, because I have seen different ways of showing the works.
Yeah.
This is maybe even one of the most traditional gallery ways of showing. Like
Straight white and
straight white and
yeah, maybe because of we just came here and we used the stuff which is in this shop.
yeah.
So we couldn't change so much, so we use it like this. But I like it because it's also good with our work.
But what do you think about yesterday? I have talked with a few students who were still studying in Munich, and they were quite experimental. They used like so different materials and things were so big that they're not wearable.
Okay, yeah. What I think about it?
Yeah, or well, as I could understand.
I also like the big one and artsy things. I also like very well. And sometimes I try to make some kind of these jewelry, but most time it
doesn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't work. So, yeah. For me, this brooches in white, they were the biggest one I made. So.
Wow! Because this is for me like a new experience. Those are the biggest ones you have. Because I was asking, that's why my own work was so wearable also. Somehow I don't know how to do wearable things.
And maybe it's we have our own shop in Düsseldorf, and so we try to sell things, and the most sellable things are these things. That's I don't know how to describe it. It's difficult. You like to do some arty things, but you have to exist, and so you do some things, which is wearable and the people buying. It's everything's more conflict, I think.
Yeah, and everything what you make, they're not like so much. There isn't two similar kind of works. From your work. Are you like making the series of same kind of works also? How does it work?
In the beginning of my studying, I only do what is called unique things. That was a great time to do experimental things and so. And at the point when I was self-employed, I tried to do things that's unique, but I recognized okay, I have to find a middle way. So, which is okay for me, and I try to make it with experimental materials, which is also very important for me. And I don't know. I think now I find my right way to do the experimental and the variable and to sell something also.
But for you and your friends, is it possible to live as a freelancer? Or do you need to have an extra work?
Yes. Okay. I really have to be that extra. Now all I know, all friends I know in the jewelry area, they all, I think they all have extra work. Or the most people I know have extra work.
Just maybe the process are different. How much are you able to do your own stuff and how much you need to do extra things?
It's difficult because for sure I like to have more time for my work, but I also have to work another job because so I cannot. I need the money for my flat, for my apartment, and so.
But what about yesterday? We were talking about that. When did you figure it out? When you started at school, that you will probably need an extra work, or did you know it already when you decided to study jewelry? Okay.
When I decided to study jewelry, I recognize I need an extra work. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's. I love to do this, and it's a passion way. But I know I have to do another way for it. But maybe it could be connected in some way.
Because I'm from Estonia, and even like one of the most famous jewelry artists from Estonia, like Kadri Mälkne and Tanel Vein, have been my teachers, so they still need to use some extra. Or maybe it's just the way to be.
And what about you? So what do you
I'm
think?
mainly, because I'm working mainly conceptual works.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not selling at all.
Yeah, okay. But
Sometimes,
so you need also extra work, or?
I'm mainly working.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm thinking through the jewelry art, but not doing so much stuff. More like only experimenting.
So much different ways.
That's why it's, for me it's a new experience. To talk with somebody who makes wearable.
But to me and the people, most people say I do jewelry that's not wearable. Because it's so, because they like the small silver rings, the traditional jewelry, and when they see something like this, what kind of material? Really, can I wear it? Does it grow? That's different meanings about jewelry.
Yeah, now I understand we are totally similar. Because until now, people have been asking for me. I have one chain made from hair, put together, and this was the question: that is it wearable? No, it's not so much. But if you won't crack it, you kind of wear it. I think I haven't seen so many smiling faces when coming in.
Okay, that's great.
It was because it was like took a warm moment.
An scheußliche Leuchter hat er gesehen, aber den hat er günstig bekommen. Der war das nicht.
So you have your map now?
I'm planning still like trying to understand where am I or which places are open. Oh my god, thank you for taking time.
Yeah, for sure. You're welcome. Have fun.
Yes, we will.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
So this is the thermometer. When the temperature changes, this goes up and down. So this sits on the end. This goes in the mouth. And when someone tells you a joke, you smile, and the temperature of your teeth is cool. But if you don't laugh, the temperature That's our thermometer.
No, we must just so you can tell a joke and then you go.
Yeah. So if your teeth are warm, the joke is not funny. If the teeth are cool, the joke is funny. No.
And there's a temperature or that was just.
How Margot? Lean forward. This is the lady that made it.
It's like totally things and totally relaxation. No, you're star.
So yeah. So all the trays have a little lamp on them, and on the lamp there is a little number. There's a little number there. There's a piece of paper up there that says what each number, and it gives you a description of the tray.
But we all got pieces of work here, so
We're jewellers. We're all jewellers from London. And we gave,
Yeah, I read about it.
yeah.
so Rachel's made a piece with
I've made a piece with nitric oxide bottles.
laughing gas.
Yeah, because your exhibition this year is going to be about
The light side, laughing.
laughing and dark jokes of in British kind of way. There was something told about it on maps, but are all the things connected? Because this is like
Some are kinetic, some aren't. But it's good to go and have a look around. It's a bit crowded.
Isabel can like show you around.
But I'm going to give you some. I'll get you some head torches.
thank you for
Two rounds walking to the bar. One says, where to stay? Why don't you take the other light bulb down to the ceiling?
So we have some comedy items. Sometimes you go to a joke shop and you think this is a very funny joke, and then after a while the joke becomes difficult and not as funny. After a while, the joke becomes, can I turn it off now? Yes. So
We need to be prepared.
So you have to turn off, and we have other common items on, and we also have a gig on Saturday night,
the film?
which is music by Scrotum Clap and jewellery by Dialogue Collective.
Thank you.
This gives you discounts.
Oh my God.
Okay, you're scaring me now. That's not funny.
What about the first one?
I'm not even sure what they all do. They're all magnetic, and they all. I think this one just wiggles around, and it might have a bad smell. This one just tickles you, and that's how they work. I don't know how this works. I have to find out. I don't even know. But it is funny.
I don't even know what is it.
I don't know why it's funny, but it is.
Hello. Sorry, we're just about to. Our private view is just about to stop here, and then it's going to move to another place. But if you're going to record it, it's a good idea. It's going to be quite interesting.
Yes.
So I'm going to get rid of this. You stick around and see what happens.
Are you going to enjoy it? I said, I don't know.
I'm going to take this down.
Let me come back.
Okay, no, I don't want to push it. But keep the brush, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Bye. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Listen to me! Where the attention, please! Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time to say farewell. And we come alive when you join another venue. So please ask the dialogue collector, they will line up your way to the other venue. The show must go on. That's nice meeting you.
The group is very nice. Nice to meet you. We're moving to 84 kilometers because they're doing a puppet show tonight. So we had to move there.
Okay.
You can continue with us in there, or you can have a quick stroll around.
I will do a quick reel. And
Yes, of course. Do it. Okay. Bye-bye. Maybe I will see you around on Saturday. You could really schmuck. Yeah, maybe I see you around. Sorry. So, just let me know if you need some explanation.
yes, you could explain, give a small explanation for all of those.
So this is Vicky. She did a piece about, there's an old comedy show called Jimmy Cooper.
Okay.
Oh, he was a comedian, and so one of his jokes was he had a jar with a spoon, and it was like a magic trick that he said like spoon, jar, spoon, and the spoon came out magically, but you could see the string that he pulled it in. So it's all about from that, and it's a brooch that you can wear and with a ring. So she thought it was funny, and it has a little UV light, so you can see if you touched it, so you can see it's all over the brooch. So you're infected by the comedy of Jimmy Cooper.
Okay, everyone else.
So Isabel, it's all silicone with a magnet, so they're brooches, and her story is about the gingerbread man that got eaten in the end. Very children's lore kind of thing. And you can touch if you want.
Yeah. Which part would you like to eat first? I can take the right leg, please.
Yes.
That's what it's about.
Oh my god. But what about the puppet show? Is it like a satellite event for your own exhibition?
No, not in this case. It just happened. We didn't know it. We just knew it yesterday, so it's a bit extemporary. That's why we're changing the venue.
Wow. You need to leave.
Yes, because we need to leave.
Yeah.
Because we want to. Yeah.
You're one flashing. One or two flashing.
Yes. This is Rachel Terry.
Yeah.
And her work is about the laughing gas. The same day you get at doctors, but in London they sell it on the streets on the weekends. So you get a small hit. It doesn't last for long, but it makes you laugh. And it's a necklace. There's about 100 pieces in there that you can wear. And be funny.
I'm not going. I'm but material?
I think it's brass, so everything is made individually.
And those are like wings.
Yeah, that makes you high, I suppose.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Or
to open those.
Yeah, I actually haven't tried it, so I don't know how in real life it works. But
We'll have to take those. Yes.
So,
We just wait outside.
Tim, it's he does actually really funny work, unlike some of us. So it's called Yank My Chain. So you just pull it, the chain is inside, you pull it. There's about 3 meters of it and it just comes out.
No, one more.
And little brooches that make noises.
Wait outside. I'll
Are you okay doing that? We just need to switch the other.
And we have Ellie's work, that's about the natural heart valve. So it's something that makes you cope when you're stressed because you laugh.
Yeah.
Sorry. And that's the side of it. And just nine, it's quite hard as well. And then the other side is what they surgically put into your heart when that heart gives out. So, and you can wear it double-sided.
Oh my god. Just. But what material was it?
It's silver and jesmonite. So jesmonite is like a concrete kind of material that goes really hard. So it's a sponge dipped into that, and it's really hard.
Yeah, probably really should go.
Yeah,
even
we're
if
continuing it.
Yeah, but
so this is literally light side, so it's very lightweight, and it's made it's plastic, the white.
Yeah,
and it's made out of a shampoo bottle. And so there's an underlying value kind of question, which one will last longer, the silver or the plastic, because it takes about 500 years for plastic to integrate to the ground.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, it probably will last the same amount of time.
But is it like some kind of small theater here or something?
Yes, it's a puppet theatre with little puppets. So that's why, because they're doing a show.
But you said before that there is going to be the puppet show.
Yes, I think it starts at 8 o'clock.
Okay. Here, same place. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
How to turn off the light?
Side on that. Alright, no problem.
The £3
Have you enjoyed it?
That's okay. That's okay.
Do you have any ideas where the carpets were?
Sorry. Is that your own? That's your own camera.
Yes.
We were about to take that one from you.
Did you double up?
No, I hold one on my hand.
Alright, I'll take that.
Okay.
Hello, Sylvie. Hello. Are you? This is a spare hand. No, that's mine. Oh, that's your hand. Of course.
Are you taking your own?
Yeah, we're on exhibition.
I was hoping to find you.
You found us. Yeah, very beautiful. Yeah. So.
It should be really warm. Isn't that?
It's neoprene. It's like a swim diving suit. Diving suit.
And it goes on.
Yes. Sorry.
Because you're so happy to see us, we'll get a ketchup.
Oh, yeah.
Here you are, for you too. Yeah, you can pin it on yours. Yeah.
But what do you think? How did I felt when girls had used to open the clothes in a row?
This is made out of electrical wire. I wove it, and then this is the insides of the wire. And melted.
So for you guys, it's part of showing the works is as important the works themselves.
Yeah.
Of course.
and it's work in progress, so maybe the showing way is even more important at this point, because we're not finished with our works yet.
Yeah.
Because we're the last year students.
And you have been doing today or
and yesterday, and yes, every opening almost, and then the fair on Saturday.
But how people will, are they coming to ask it themselves?
Yeah, they come and look most of the time, curious, and they don't know that there is something behind the jacket, so we have to open and everybody's going wow, so it's really nice.
Sometimes I think it's just a jacket and they say, oh, nice jacket, and then we open it and I think, what?
They're overwhelmed.
But have you, do you know the similar projects about showing that kind of things, or I know a few years ago, I think it was a traveling exhibition. Two groups, international groups, came together to show their things on their black clothing. They were standing both sides of the street.
Was it in Holland?
Probably could be also in Holland, but I heard about it in one contemporary jewelry seminar in Sweden.
Yeah, we our teacher, Gesine Hackenberg, she showed us many projects, and we really want to do something mobile, so that's why we brainstormed to something different. And
but how are you photographing or filming it yourself? Is somebody?
We're like, a lot of people ask us to open it, and then they send it to us, and we take pictures of people with our brooches, and it's all on the Met Exhibitionist Facebook page. And that's
but also the directions you have been?
Yes. In the morning we post everything so people can go to that place.
Yeah, because I was so sure and hoped to eat a hot dog in A5 Group's hot dog kiosk. I hope that, because they are making a kiosk in Schmuck, but feed maker or feed the jewelry artists, so they are selling food next to their work. You can't stay alive when you won't do a next work next to it. So, but they haven't anything on the Facebook. But I haven't seen your things. Did I?
This is with latex and a medical fabric inside that they use to clean wounds. This is with syringes, also latex, and also syringes.
But what about if you close? You're not trying to.
I took it away the sharp part, so.
See you around.
Bye. Thank you for it.
We have a Facebook page and it's called That Exhibition.
Yes, it's inside of the current obsession paper, the Facebook. So.
Then I will send my video, which is going to my website, and Gallery Hunter's seminar room tomorrow. Then you could take parts of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
And could you take a picture of you with this?
Yes, of course. I will put it somewhere in a wearable place.
Also, without flash.
Let's see. I think I will put it as a wearable thing.
Yeah, you can.
Intense then.
Yeah, this should be sad.
But where are you studying?
Belgium.
Yeah, Belgium.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, wait, sorry, I need to put this map in the right way.
Yes. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thanks.
We will post everything too. Yes. Do you want a gadget? Also?
Yes.
Ah, he has one. Oh, okay. I didn't see it.
Okay. See you around.
Thank you really much. Bye.
Bye.
Sorry, I just need to get hold of the cable.
We're just going up this corner. You go up to the lights and make a left at 84 gigahertz and under 84 Georgenstrasse. You'll find us in the back room. And it's a little different from the show here, but you get to see the rest.
So yeah, all weekend. So yeah. 12 to 7. Yeah. Yeah, because.
Ich bin schon heute voll unbedingt rein. Ich bin noch voll spät dran. Also ihr dann Papa, viel Erfolg.
Bis zur Einsatzseite.
Oops, on there. I know. Take you out.
Stand on the other side of the door.
Images. Oh yes.
I think we may be here for a slightly longer stint because we're a bit earlier than we thought.
Okay.
Thank you. Have a good rest of your trip. See lots of things.
And you've got the right headgear on.
But it is interesting because hello.
Hello. Welcome.
Thank you.
Now the film team is in town.
Yes, now the film team is in town. It's not going as straightly to the internet, but a day after.
Okay. So everybody behave.
Everybody behave. Everybody smile.
Yeah, welcome here.
Oh.
Do you want something to drink? No?
I don't think no.
Okay.
Have you had an opening today for... You have had, yes. So, congratulations.
Thank you very much. So,
Because you need to
if you want to touch the pieces, go for it. Just if you want to turn them over and have a look at the back side.
It's enough time.
People kept getting good.
What I was saying is so every day since 3 years I'm intensively looking at a lot of children. But you know, when you can find the right balance between like fantastic pieces to the fantastic. Because sometimes you can see fantasy.
Der Ofen ist Gold wert.
Ja, super. Das ist richtig warm.
Nicht gedacht, dass das zum Vorteil eher wird.
Mit dem Ofen.
How do you cover your pieces that they will stay, the animal they will stay? Or if it's so thin, maybe...
I guess because of the edging, there is no, I don't know, maybe I have no problem with the enamel if it's thin like this. Nothing is broken up from the old pieces, for example. So it's really the metal is keeping it. So the etching is very deep.
Yeah.
And that's
because
that gives a very good space for the enamel.
Yeah, as I put here. See here.
Yeah, but here is no enamel. Yeah, there's a bit, but it's only a little bit. But here, for example, there is no enamel.
But you have etched this surface in the same kind of way as background.
Yes.
And once the enamel is heated and it sort of like lays on the metal, and you go and sand it, it doesn't matter how thick it is, it will always stick, it will keep sort of like
if
around.
it's too thick, then it would break.
So it's rather like here,
but
this piece
with this very thin layers, I have no problem.
It's really the blue stays on the surface.
But it's like So beautiful choice. Because I studied in Estonian Academy of Arts, and my animal teacher had really good techniques, but I knew and I tried out more with much thicker layers, so I know the feeling when it cracks.
Yeah. So as you see in this piece, it's rather thick.
Yeah.
So this is as you're used to it normally, but if you go down, the metal starts to work with the enamel together.
On the back side.
Yeah, sure. Please go for it.
Let's see. But I'm covering the back side somehow. It seems that it won't.
It came out from the open like this.
Yeah. And it won't give any color, of course, because it's not ring.
Yeah. Sometimes I cover the surface, for example here, with the lac finish.
Yeah, with the lacquer.
With the lacquer, because there is no enamel and nothing, and I want to avoid that the copper is changing too much in the screen color. And here I did it with the spray.
Because you just asked me on the backside what I like is it, and what happens actually with the copper as well on the backside. So it's how the heat works with the metal. It starts sort of to give this sort of painting as well. So it's not. It just happens on purpose. So sometimes it's deeper, it's more colorful, it gets red, or it's more dark. So actually, I love as well the work on the foreside and what happens on the backside. So you never know, as well with the sanding. It's very unique.
Also ich habe 4 Stücke von den Klos und sind alle neu. Also 18 neue Stücke.
Wer hat's gebaut?
Kannst es auch gerne in die Hand nehmen.
But your exhibition is probably going to be open the days after also.
It's till Sunday.
Are you going to be here?
Sorry?
Are you going to be here to talk with people?
Yes. I'm here the whole time.
How do you feel? How big impact is it when artists could be present? Is it important while showing the things?
I guess so, yeah. That's my feeling. That's important. Or for me, it's important because I show my pieces, and I guess I want to see the reaction.
Yeah,
of course. To get feedback, also positive and negative, because I'm working with these, so it's interesting for me how the people react. Yes, for me it's very important. If it's possible, then it's great.
But you said you're going to work with impact. You mean if somebody is giving you negative impact? How are you going to use it?
I don't know, but
I can't say it not happened today, so I don't know. But I think also a negative reaction would start here, something to think about this. If I would work with this, I don't know, but I would have something to think about. Yeah.
Because I have had today few times so warm. What are those? When I come in, people are like smiling and taking so warmly. And even yesterday we were visiting one gallery, which is mainly like a selling gallery. And the woman who was working there and who had her own atelier there, she said that no, the main exhibition and main opening is going to be tomorrow. And I was so confused that okay, it's quite, they are mainly selling and have that white gallery space, that what am I going to do there? Today I revisited that place and they had some children's attractions, and they were making sugar foam. That machine which is doing the
okay, Zuckerwatte.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I thought, whoa, same place. What's going on here?
But what I want to just I was just thinking, watching you looking at the pieces. I mean, if you wouldn't have the camera with you, we would still give you a smile, I think. So the camera has an impact to be in the focus, but still the way you have a look at the pieces is so how is the English word? It's so serious. You take your time. You really want to have a look at it. You view at it, and this is what I have a deep respect of, because I say, wow, if somebody comes in, and it doesn't matter if the camera is on or not, but if somebody is so much interested in the work and taking his time and taking it serious, this is the best thing that can happen. So I think our smiles will go for the way you two enter the room and take your space here. So
maybe even for me it's interesting to see if I have worked with that technique or studied it or studied jewellery art. I know a little bit what could it mean to get so thin layer, or to try to get some colors out of it, but
yes, very nice, very respectful way of taking time.
But come on, you were that guy who said, like, yeah, you could touch the things, you could see the backside.
Yeah, you're not the first that I told you today. Because this is something that I've experienced in a lot of exhibitions. I mean, I'm sort of like,
for me,
she's the artist.
The exhibition, I'm always interested also on the backside.
Yeah, and she's the artist, and I follow her. I mean, I'm her husband, so I'm her best assistant. I do this. This is my work. The rest is hers, and this is the main part. So the displays are just sort of like our way to communicate. But I follow a lot of jewellery, and I take a lot of look at other jewellery, and I love taking the pieces into the hand, because jewellery is nothing to just look at. You have to feel it. You have to see. It's not just for the museum. You have to feel the weight. You have to feel the haptic, and that's why we decided in general always. I mean, you say it, and if I assist on a day like this, I just go like, touch it, take a look at it, take it serious, take whatever you get out.
Because I remember I have had one experience in Amsterdam. We were visiting with my friends who are art collectors. Sima, I don't remember her last name, but one exhibition from one woman who's working with really thin layer of leather, but I haven't seen that before. my friends had a chance to try those films on because they are collectors, and I had the chance to take them on my hand, feel chance that I was shaking, because I was afraid about the situation, like insane. Hello. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. And
thank you for coming.
Yeah, of course, I have my map band.
Yes, and we know she is number 59 now. So enjoy, and we'll see us at the current session party.
Yes, today there, tomorrow maybe somewhere else.
Yeah, the schmuck party of the academy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye. Ciao.
Enjoy the evening. Bye.
Have a romance date or yeah, in that way we say, okay, let's start with the Ojalá project, and we wanted to okay, we wanted to start yeah, I thought okay. Yeah. Well, so we wanted to make this project to spread the word about contemporary jewelry, to make it with jewelers, but also with other kind of people who doesn't know what is contemporary jewelry. Probably, I think it's almost like the same or similar parallel objective of other projects, as for example, MAC project. And well, the idea is to start a piece. We made some seeds. Yeah, she gave me the word. We made some seed bags. In that bag that you have there in that window, we have different seeds of pieces that we are going to give to you, to the winners, and also to other people. We want this piece to be able to be like yeah, of course, to grow, and also, but not only to grow as a piece, also to grow different relations. Yeah, communication. Yeah, to start new bonds or something. In this way, we had the idea that this piece needs to be given inside. So now, sit down, please. Who is the number 40? Oh, okay.
take part without getting something?
Yes, we have to make something. Yes. 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 What is it? And then almost
You can have mine.
But maybe it's not just everybody gets something every night? Okay. But I can inform you if I got it. Das ist so, irgendwie ist es so, dass vorher schon haben die Leute solche Nummern bekommen und jeder bekommt so einen Beutel mit etwas da drin und dann kann man daraus etwas machen. So habe ich das verstanden.
Ja, keine Ahnung.
Hey! Aika hienosti laitettu valmiiksi.
I'm Anders. Good to see you. It was very easy to recognize you when you come here. It's very good to see you. How are you?
I'm fine.
Yeah?
Thank
Good.
you. Sorry, I'm not used to that somebody is saying my name.
I did. But it was so easy to know who you are in this occasion. Very much marking out.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have decided to make 2 days in a row.
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes there are the openings on 2 days.
Yeah. If you haven't met, this is Yuka Oyama. That is Yuka. Yeah. I hope we're not interrupting now. It was very sort of your world here, so I didn't want to.
No, this is every kind of interruptions are part of my world, part of my second eye. The first part is already up on my website.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Great.
But it's made it yesterday's night.
Yeah, I have to check it when I come back to my connection because I don't have it here. Good. Do you know tonight at I think 9 o'clock outside this Current Obsession release that A5 will do their stunt project?
Oh, there!
Yeah.
I was hoping to buy hot dogs or something.
Oh, okay, good. It's tonight. Yeah, you did. Okay.
Some other things.
Yeah.
I was trying to find one and I didn't know where.
Yeah, okay. But they are, I don't remember the address. Do you know the address?
I know somewhere in
I think. Yeah, yeah.
Somebody said the current somebody from the yesterday.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
So you'll be there?
I'll be there.
Yeah.
I don't know how many of us, but
You have it all. You have it all days. That camera. No, good.
Yesterday 3 hours. Today it's third hour.
Yeah. Okay. Good. You're getting mad after a while.
I'm getting used to it. I organize my hair in a better way, really. So I'm feeling more beautiful. Looking at me as like some kind of star.
Yeah. Because you have a crown. You're the queen. And that's also not very much people talk to you, do they? Because they do. Okay, that's good.
They are artists who are like so free and so nicely would like to talk about their work.
Yeah.
They open themselves.
Okay.
Perfect. I have found people who are making exactly the same things as me and
Are you editing the film too?
Yeah.
What you're filming?
Yes.
Yeah, so you have to go through all the 3-hour material every day?
Yeah.
That's a lot of work, huh?
It's great. It's so good that you found a project to do because it has been some discussions around it. So.
What's the name of your website?
I just made it. I made it because to show that somewhere because people are making names while writing my name, so I decided that real artists should have a real website with my own name as a mark. Otherwise, you can't find it from the Google.
You find it from the Google, yeah?
You can't find it from the Google.
Okay.
If somebody makes a mistake on your
okay. But it's not such a tricky name you have, is it? Not for a Swedish face, yeah.
Somebody else, it's not you.
It sounds very Swedish. Anna Maria is a very usual name in Sweden.
It could also be a really normal name for a man from Spain.
Yeah, it could be. You could be a man from Spain.
Yeah, I haven't made any cards for me yet.
But you make a card now?
Yeah.
It's good.
It's quite strong. This is my new card.
Anna Maria Gar.
Sorry, S-R-R.
Yeah, that's right.
But was it AnnaMariaSard.com? Good. Very simple to remember. Otherwise, tonight.
Thank you for saying that you're an artist. Thank you for saying who you are.
Yeah, definitely. Of course I do. Yeah, I was actually, it's good because I'm trying, now you are documenting very well what you do, but I'm very interested in to follow this project up. Because what I wanted, this is part of a research project for me in Oslo. So what we do is that I will invite you people in a part of this in the future. I don't know, it's in spring or the beginning of the autumn, to come to Oslo and we have sort of a seminar around this, your experiences, and because there are, A5 and this Alla project, today they were in Neupela, today,
Before you promise anything, it's been filmed.
I know that, it's documented. I didn't say when, and that's why I didn't say when. But my ambition is to do this as just telling about your experiences, showing documented material, and having a sort of discussion around this, also together with my students, because they're also making some projects this week. So we could sort of make a material out of it. So,
Probably mad exhibitioners are not your students.
Yeah.
Or
what?
are they? The mad exhibitioners.
No, they're not my students. They are from Hasselt. The mad. Yeah. My students are doing those also what we call stunts. So they, 3 of them are making a project. They made like 30 pieces that they're placing around the city, and want people just to find them. And then they wrote small messages on them and see if they follow those messages, which is about sometimes taking a photo, put on Instagram, and pass it further to another person. You know, so it's and they just see what happens with objects.
So probably it's not one of the...
No, it's not. You found that one.
Yeah, today.
No, it's not one of
That
the...
wasn't intentional.
No, it's they made like round dot things with text on, and it's a sort of Instagram project also going on. That was funny.
And if you're going to lie, I will make here a sign.
Yeah, I know
commercial,
that.
commercial.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, probably we are going to look around a little bit more. Hopefully visiting 1 or 2 exhibitions before the party.
Yeah.
When are you leaving? I'm leaving on Saturday.
So tomorrow is the last day then?
The last holiday, yeah. But it's great.
But it's okay for you. You feel okay with doing this? Is it?
Yeah.
This gives you a special kind of identity.
Yeah, because otherwise I'm nobody.
Otherwise you're not nobody.
It's different from just visiting. You have to be more actively in your part and look at things, or pretend to look at things, or pretend to find, or try to really find things. So yeah, it's all these.
And sometimes I don't know.
Make sure there's a good purpose.
If I try to interview people or talk with them, I think some of them open themselves more because I had that camera.
Yeah.
Because they feel that okay, they can't just look around or turn the heads to say hi to everybody who's coming in.
Yeah.
As some places people are doing. When you're trying to, you're really interested and you're trying to talk, they're like, that's why they were on the scene, they were documented, they were there performing. It was totally great. I have had so many smiles, so many experiences.
That's good.
While visiting the London's jewellery exhibition nearby, which is now here, they gave me another lamp, so I had one on my hand because I can't put it here. They almost had asked me this one to give away before leaving because they didn't realize. Oh yeah, okay, take it with you. I saw somebody with a, I must talk with that girl. She had really long hair jewellery on her hair.
There?
Yeah. Oh, yes. Backside also.
From Stockholm, you can talk to her. Yeah.
Yes. I'm totally interested in hair jewellery.
See you.
I feel like partying.
Yeah.
That's one of the exhibition openings.
It's a current obsession party somewhere.
Yeah. I wanted to go to visit the exhibition on the old botanical garden, but it's quite far away. We are somewhat here, so
not sure how long. She's French.
That doesn't excuse anything.
Margot, this is Rory. This is Rory that I work with at Middlesex.
Hi, Rory.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you very much.
I just built on that, but...
You just... it's okay. Now we're brothers. Very nice.
Nice to meet you. Sorry, I'm a bit cool.
Ellen is the best representative of Robert's work. She can.
Not best, not, but I like him really, really. I think it should be done something much more important. But we will have to look for the right place and the right time. And what I was just talking about was that nobody did really a profound research work, and this will take time because you have to define him differently. Not only Goldsmith, but he's really large in his concept. And this has really, it takes some time because even he himself doesn't know anymore what he did in the 70s and 80s. We talked about drawing, and last time I have been 2 times to Amsterdam, and we had a look really on all his work. And now he tells me, oh, I found something, other drawings. So really, you have to stay with them and to look, to have a look on everything. On the other hand, Ellen, hey,
This is fun.
Yes,
Picture now.
yeah, it's closing. Let's see, because now that's happening more and more.
We couldn't figure out this moment.
Yes.
So let's change.
I have to show you the wings too. Sorry. Oh, okay. Can I be back? Yeah, it's my first time in.
Yeah, of course. The first year of doing was alone with you was lost half of the time.
Yeah.
Just looking for the entrance because the name was differently. So it takes time. But that has to be. Oh, you look great. You look great. Yeah, exactly. This jewelry piece. It's very good. So you're working today, yeah?
I'm working.
Yes, I know.
But we are going to see each other.
Yes, I wrote you the 3 points that you're for sure we're going to try to be there. If it seems that we missed, then we're going to start SMSing too.
Because I really want to go to 7 or 6.
Yeah, well, but we'll find, and probably we'll bump into each other. And if we feel that it's not going to happen, then we have to help a bit with the telephone. Because we will all be walking around. But what about this accident? Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
But I got great pictures.
Well, yeah, you did. I was looking at oh boy, what happened?
Funny memory.
Yeah, I understood. Yeah.
I must have something.
Yes, that was good. Yeah. Well, it's going to be all right.
Yeah,
you said it is already.
I need to be back tomorrow. I had an accident and thanks to that one 3 weeks.
Yeah, you will.
I understood what to do here.
Yeah.
So I did that.
Yeah. And it came that way. Yeah, really good. Hey, it's great to see you.
Oh my gosh. We will see.
Yes, I hope. And have a drink together.
Good to see you again. Even though you look a bit silly wearing
But let's see.
Yeah, well, yes, you're going to walk around. En dit is de hele tijd weg kwijt, net zoals jij de eerste jaar.
Nou, ik was niet weg kwijt.
Ja, maar je kon steeds dingen vinden.
Nee, dat is niet waar.
Oh. He wasn't lost. Oh, he would never be lost. But
I would also, I've never.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
Yeah, bye.
So is we are going to make a film? Yeah. Okay, no.
I could introduce myself. I'm Anna, and I'm going to start as a summer program for Republic Seminary. I'm going to, this is my first year in service, so I want to remember it.
It's 6 today, start.
But it's a good idea to have a prize for the exhibition, for the entire exhibition.
Tschüss.
Dankeschön. Viel Spaß. So, das ist erstmal dazu, das ist gerade. Ja. Ist jetzt hoch, soll es hoch wegbringen?
Nein, das ist nicht oder zwei. Hier ist ja
Hinter dem sind wir das Geld. So. Auf nüchternen Magen. Ich habe um 11 gegessen, jetzt ist es 5-6 Stunden.
Dann jetzt
bin ich getrunken.
Stimmt.
Die Spende ist okay. Dann haben wir nicht mehr viel Zeit. Checker, du weißt alles noch. Passwort, Sachen. Ja. Ist alles angeschlossen? Kannst du mal testen? Dann mal testen.
Just try to
so good, but I cut the grass.
In the end, it's
Good.
So you're really like playing with it.
Yeah.
Always, when I see
It's also the 5 year later.
Yes.
And somehow thanks is exactly the necklace thing. I find it's very interesting. You can measure many of our pancakes.
Yeah, you can try.
But this is a girls inside. It never can get parts because it interferes. It's almost, but
yeah, it's like these are really beautiful. I was afraid to try
never
it.
get so it's very tight.
Yes.
Slightly just 0.1 millimeters distance here. Actually, it's 0.9 millimeters. It's never distance.
But where do you get so small glasses?
This is either this vials for the perfume something. I bought a lot of glasses and cut it.
Oh wow.
This is a quartz. This is why we have this piece because it's very transparent.
Yes.
It's like nothing. Yeah.
תערוכת אומנות. אוקיי. יחד עם...
Questo è il mamma.
This is me. Wow. כן.
How many years ago I saw this necklace? And I thought, okay, what is it? How do you do something? Are you using water to get it there?
I'm using like a salt water to grow it on it. So it's like submerged in the liquid and then it grows on it, like during time. Yeah.
And also with iron necklace probably. Just holding it there.
Which one? The one there? Or in the corner in the back?
Yes, there.
Yeah, so it's also, yes, in that one some is grown, some is like evaporate on it.
Yeah. But I like, making a concentrated salt water or just salt?
No, it's quite concentrated, but I tried with different percentage and then I got to something that I like.
Just like normal baking salt.
In the end, yes, because that gave me the best result.
And this is just partly wet one.
And this, like, was until here, then the water like go down while the evaporation.
Yeah.
So this is evaporation salt, and this is like ground crystal. So it's like two kind of.
And inside here you have some extra structure.
Yeah.
Has on the brooch.
Yeah. So it's like iron mesh that I think.
Yeah.
And then it's hollow on the side.
These are really good because items from Estonia. I have seen one or two jewelry and also working with salt. You have taken the best out of it. I have 2 times tried to dry my ears to get the salt out to make the pillowcase stained with the salt of tears. They smelled bad in the end. I think the whole jar inside the fridge. And they're just going yellow. Probably I need to take them like normal. Otherwise it's getting harder. You need to dry, but then nothing is coming, so you need to look the total makeover home edition.
And you're totally ruined with it.
Yes.
Exhausted emotionally.
Yes. Oh my god, it's so those moments. That's why. But it's great when I'm walking one lane. But this is
like you.
You know also about that work a little bit?
Yes, she works like the organic world and like the dying bird, like the circle, and this is like made from hard foam, carved, and then stitched on it and dipped.
But this is a tray here?
Yeah. It's sewn on it.
But how do you make those stable? Or
they're not really stable. Like during time, they will just.
What do you think about wearable jewelry?
I like wearable jewelry. Somehow, for some reason, usually my jewelry is not so. But
is the salt main material?
No, I think it coexists with the metal, with the iron, and then in the end, the metal is what is left. And so it coexists. It's not more important.
Have you been asked to make your things stable? Like when somebody wants to buy them?
Yeah, with this, I mean, I think this series, like specific, I think it tells that it's not really easily well grown. But it doesn't mean, and this series I didn't try to make well grown, but I have, like I didn't show other stuff on soft because I want to, because they are still not wearable enough.
Yeah.
So it depends on the jewelry and the reference.
But then you are like covering those like some kind of laps.
Yeah, still haven't found the right. So it's still like a question: what is how to make it work, if it's possible?
Because your teacher in Ottoman school. Oh, okay. Yeah, because my teacher, Kadri Mack, is giving us some names, but my memory is like so bad. Okay, I remember that incident. I heard it before, and I thought, oh yeah, okay. Some things or ideas to go on also, and I'm like, this must be so ready. Because I was asking to be aware about this question. So one of my works, which is from the coolest corner, is a chain from my hair. So it's like crochet together. So the wearable is kind of always being questioned. Don't you want to sell that thing?
I mean, it is a question. It's not that I don't deal with it, but some jewelry it's more important to be wearable, some just it's not part of the struggle with them.
But are you backing your things? Like it's like I think the wearableness is just one step closer to backing and having my own Facebook page and those kind of a lot of media and posters. And
yeah, I don't know if it's about this, but I guess it's nice to meet the person who else doing things. It's like, it's a different story, but it's also an interesting story. So.
But are you trying to get famous? With things, even if you're not aware of it.
Yeah, totally. It's difficult decision of the
Because some Estonians said that visiting Schmuck is like visiting Eurovision.
Really?
Wow, I love Eurovision. That's posters and media and things, and come on, media is here. So your moment. No, or never.
Yeah, I don't know. I would like to be famous. I mean, why not? It's nice to get recognition for what you do. Otherwise, it's quite boring to do it only for the, like, to put it back in a drawer.
Yeah. Even if those labels drawers are like so near. So you are not struggling in everyday life.
I mean, with this series, I got to a decision that this is not. Are we talking about wearable or just in general?
Yeah, in general. That if you're making like things that maybe are not so wearable all the time, that are you struggling with idea and that with not selling those so many times?
I can say that when I do this and it's not wearable, which is somehow happens that most of the time it's not, then I always think that, oh, the next one will be wearable. So, I don't know. But with them I'm really relaxed and like came to terms that this is what it is. It doesn't mean that like,
but those people who are exhibiting here, you have finished your studies or?
No, we are all second year here at the academy.
So then, wow. I hope I finished some years ago and just doing my own thing.
Yeah, but we already studied this before. Like, we have a few years behind us also.
Yeah. It's still the one. Then I can totally understand why I remember all the music's name. Maybe we'll visit you on some other day also, but thank you for taking so much time for me.
You're welcome.
Recording.
Yeah, it's fun to talk to someone who deal with the GoPro.
Yes, I understood that I need to change some things here. So, thanks.
Good.
Hello. Ah, ciao. Tschüss.
Und deren Ding war halt so, ui, schön, du kannst dann eine Zeit lang nicht der Beruf eingehen, du willst mit dem Stadt jetzt eine Tolle wie München, dann ist das eine simple Location.
Nachdem wir jetzt
mal 2 überweisen lassen, wegen mal 3 Monate bezahlt und dann hast du entweder Schulden abarbeiten gleich von den 3 Monaten, den nächsten 3 Monate, den schon nicht mehr. Genau, musst du gucken, dass du
eine ist echt
7 Kilo, das ist das Ultra. Das ist schon ein gemeinsames Konto, so was haben wir schon. Für Ende krasse Schritt, oder?
Oder wie macht ihr das mit den Meets? Ja? Oder wie man Kontakt? Ja.
Da waren wir letztes Mal, aber das ist aber schon weit jetzt.
Cool.
Da habe ich aber ein paar Erinnerungen. Da waren wir letztes Mal, wollten wir letztes Mal leider irgendwann den Abend so lustig, weil wir saßen in dem Ding.
Stimmt.
Der erste war, wir gucken schon wieder auf den Fernseher, Mann. Der erste war in Berlin, haben wir 2 auch Bier getrunken. Gin mit Tee, was ein mega Spaß macht. Donnerstagabend haben wir gesagt, ja, wir gehen in den Ofen. Ja, okay, dann gehen wir in den Ofen.
Mal anfangen. Sehr schwer.
Aber direkt wieder raus.
Das ist genau die Technik, also Bronze geht
das Beste war
wie diese 7 Kilo.
Das erste mit 5 Euro.
Genau, mal.
Ja, auf jeden Fall haben wir den Ofen wieder raus.
Yes. Now I don't need to say, could I interrupt you? That's me. Just because I gave it before, or I tried, but probably organized.
Ah, okay.
This week here is my Istanbul Republic seminar in Gallery Hunter.
Ah, yeah, I remember.
Yes. I've been trying to understand it. This is my first day in Schmuck ever.
Oh, big day in your life.
It's like taking time to understand.
Is it really? Yeah, it's quite a lot.
Yeah, because I don't know, from Estonia I have always understood that only my teachers are coming here. So that this year they asked me. But I was, my mom came in was like, we were using prompts. It was about those words on the
Yes, full objects. Yes, there's between words.
What about the wearables?
So I don't care about it. I really don't. I think it's quite obvious. I just want to make, I don't know. I think I want to make something emotional, where I'm really emotional connected to it. And jewelry is not only about adorning, it's about the function to wear it every day. It's also a ritual object, so it's just meant for a special event, special moment. So it doesn't need to be worn for a long time.
I totally understand if we are using aluminium, it's like way too much less, but that wouldn't be. All the things I tried to mark, oh yeah, I want to try it now, but I ended up with your name. So.
I like the rough approach and this kind of like digging into material and like really being there in the moment also of making, and also being that you can really, like when you see it, you can still feel the moment of making it and this kind of emotional connection.
That's probably a good from the really powerful things we have there.
Yeah, yes.
But are you guys still studying here?
Yes, I'm actually still studying at the academy here in Munich. Yes. I'm in the jewelry class. Yeah, so we're around 25 people. Yeah. Yes.
they're taking 5 of us on the school in Estonia, or they used to take. No, they are making like maybe 8 or 10.
Okay.
So that's why. 25. It's quite but after finishing school, do you find a job as a jewelry artist?
What do you mean a job as a jewelry artist?
So you're studying in Munich. Does Munich or Germany have any personalized jobs for jewelry artists? Like there's some kind of company to hire you?
No. We don't work for a company. We just like most of us. We kind of like found a group and we work in a workshop together. And yeah, you kind of like it depends how successful you are, but most of the time jewelry is for your fun, and then there is like a job where you earn money. So it's like when you like, it can be 50-50 or it can be 70-30 or I don't know, it can be 10 and 90. So you also like, I think there's like only maybe 5% of us who can really just do jewelry, and the rest actually has to do also something else to be able to pay rent. It really sucks, but yeah, you really have to love it to do it, and that's what you have to agree on. If you cannot agree on this, then it's really the wrong job.
This was one of the concepts to make that video, but is it that area?
You cannot live, no, because there are not enough people who are buying our jewelry. There are not enough collectors, there are not enough galleries, there are not many people in the world who are aware that we exist actually and want to pay the price for what we should earn for our pieces. So it's right now it's not possible, only for very few people. But I think like in my class we kind of all agree that this is the condition, and yeah, you deal with it or you do something.
But was it the same thing what you already knew when you started to learn that jewelry art, or you understood it?
Yes, I think it was kind of understood from the beginning, and yeah, and also I think for me, I think it's even harder to earn money from jewelry, because I think my jewelry is very edgy, and it's like even to sell it in a gallery is, I guess, very, very difficult, because it's kind of on the border between jewelry and art, and that field is even smaller than the jewelry field. So I think there are jewelry galleries and art galleries, fine art galleries, and there's like nothing, and I think I'm kind of in between. So I don't even know if anything will actually be sold, but it's okay. I just love what I do. Most of the time it's okay. Sometimes I'm sad about it, but then I'm like, yeah, but I have the luxury to do what I want.
I totally understood. My works are from the English honor exhibition.
Yes.
And the smallest work and the biggest work which were sent from Estonia were my works. So they had the problem that they needed to pay more post taxes, because one of my headpieces is that long wood piece.
I was there at the opening. I tried to remember where it is.
It's on the wall.
It's on the wall.
Yeah, with a big picture next to it.
Like a really big.
There were stone next to the hanging with the hair from it. You don't need to remember.
I'm sorry. I will have another look.
There was also my hair chain there, a really small piece. But
it's just made of hair. Yes, I remember. remember that one. Yes.
But it was funny, but the museum, the Estonian museum asked me once then, but might be that it might smaller somehow? Sorry, it's so what?
Yeah.
I'm not able. That's why I came here. Yeah, other people are doing things, using the same kind of materials, doing like quite absurd things sometimes.
Yeah, but I think that's actually what we need right now. It's really, I feel we really have to challenge the field to become more accepted and to broaden the horizon of what is possible, you know. And where are our borders, and can we actually expand our borders? I don't think the question now is, can we use this and this material? I think that question is totally solved. I think now our generation has another question that has to be solved or has to be put out there and has to challenge people who are interested in this kind of object.
Oh my god, it's so easy. I just talked with a girl who had used salt crystals, had grown salt crystals on the necklace. They're like, but what about wearables? What about how do you protect it? She said, this area is not protected. I just want to use salt. If you understand it yourself also that you are playing on the in-between land in art have you thought why you are not making art then? Great conceptual art. Maybe you have been asked that same question before.
No, nobody has asked me that, because I think this is like the most forward step I have done so far, and it's a beginning for me. It feels like I'm actually already on the starting point to, scratch and like ask. So I don't know. I still feel it's important for me to do jewelry because it's important to do jewelry. Somehow it's important to not only make an art object, but it's also important that it is still in the context of jewelry. I haven't really found the answer for that for myself, why it still has to be jewelry, but I think it is a different layer or a different quality that the work has when it is still recognizable as jewelry. There comes another emotional quality to it, which is maybe a connection with the body. Yes, for sure, it's the connection, of course, but also not the body as a physical thing, but also as an emotional or mental thing.
Theoretical, like which points of body it's touching when you put it on. But because I have asked it once, and that's why I think it's a great question. When we want to make that kind of question, what we are making, why not to be artists? But have you had any foundation in Munich, like when you are going to make an exhibition that would ask for money? Cultural foundation, jewelry foundation.
Yes, I think there might be. Yeah, I think. Maybe have you been to the Kunsthaus? Maybe not. No. Because this is like a Munich city gallery project room, kind of, and I think they get money from the city to make an exhibition. So I think it is possible, but I haven't tried it. It's one thing at a time.
This is also one reason why I was making jewelry, because we have that kind of foundation that if you had to travel about, if you need to ask some help from the government. That section where I could ask money is where things were useful things, foundations. It is much easier to get money from there than just from conceptual art.
Ah, okay.
And it's like it's easier to be interested in smaller area than just somebody with bigger flash.
I don't have any experiences with that, so I don't know. I haven't thought about it, or I haven't tried anything else. Like this room we got for free, so it's kind of so we took this room and haven't tried anything else for now.
Could you show me Israel? Because I really like to touch it.
Do you want to touch this one?
Which one is heavier?
This one is heavier.
Okay.
You want to try this one?
Because I want to feel it. Be maybe best to wear it like 10 minutes, just in case.
I think 10 minutes is okay.
Do you know how? What's the weight for it?
7 kilos. I mean, I can show you.
Oh my god, it's so beautiful. Have you thought about that you make it like that it won't be a full form test?
Just a half? You mean that it becomes lighter? Or?
Yeah.
No, I haven't thought about it because it's not important for me, you know, to make it lighter or to make any adjustments that it becomes more wearable. It's just,
Sorry, but yeah. You have that material or the type of structure, and it's There's one really great fashion photographer who's photographing only the memories from things like Berlin.
Of course! So are you gonna try to go to other exhibitions today as well?
Yes.
Have you been to
No, if I haven't marked it like done, then...
because friends of mine also having an exhibition which is really nice. It's a gallery and they show together with like a sculpture artist. Have you been there?
No.
No? But can I?
Yes.
Yes, this is easier. Yeah, this is really nice. You should go to this one. I haven't seen it, but it's friends of mine and they do really nice work. And also, Mama, the one with the salt necklace. Yes. Okay, yeah. For her, it's also not important.
Yeah, so your teacher is also autobiography.
He was. Now we get a new professor.
Oh my god, and I never ever really changed the school to try it with Erasmus.
You guys still come to Munich, it's no problem.
I am here.
There are... Yes. Okay, you're welcome. Enjoy the stay. I'll see you around.
Ja,
Like the French. I thought always the French are
Ja, die fand ich dann nicht so.
Vecchio di produzione di gioielli. Hanno preso tutta la roba e hanno rifatto la roba. Questo mi sa di quello.
Anche questa botone sì, esatto. No? Sì, sì, esatto, come deve essere una
Das ist manchmal die Bilder. Nu hätte ich damit, ja, hätte ich damit zu bauen, das verwerken.
I think I have this ring.
Anders dan de serie die daar
Ja, da in die Kasten.
Nee, of die plank daar.
Ja, das ist. Dat zijn die oude.
They always send things for the be affordable.
En dit is ook wel cheap.
Like those brass things. But I mean, if she actually raises all the vessels and then cuts them, then okay, fine. But still, it's like, wow. Now that you're still in school, it's she's still in school. Actually, I don't know anything about that. Well, it's the academy, the music academy's gallery space. So I always assume it's a student and it's just the music gallery. Okay. Yeah.
Die jij hebt, is dat?
Ja. Die hebben wij, die staat in de woonkamer op een display. Kijk, dit is eigenlijk het klompje scout en dan de ruwe omheen.
Ja, das ist die erstmal nicht Papier. Ich habe die mal dabei getan.
Come back here and photograph them.
Het is grappig van die serie met die sleutels.
Ja, die glauben wir. Maar ich habe dann gesehen, wenn ich die so ein Taken habe getan, aber da hatte ich noch kein Werk mit dem Slurpen. Und dann ein paar Jahre länger habe ich alle wieder an die Slurpels normal, dann hätte ich die, als ich mir die Steine bewertet, da habe ich immer Slurpels genommen und dann probiert auf eine Manier Stein. Ja, die heb ik, nee, die heb ik gevonden. Die heb ik niet anders dan gevonden. Nee, we dachten, zo, dat is een weg. Dat is wel ja, dat is, ik denk dat dat is een weg. Dat is het ook.
Kijk, dat is op zich al heel bijzonder.
So this is another one.
Daar heeft iemand wat van gemaakt. En dat gaat daar in een woord. Nee, in die hoofdstad. In de andere kist. En hij heeft gevraagd, wat is daar? Ja, weet ik niet. Ja, ja. Van wie is dat?
Ja.
En ja, maar dat is toch heel goed?
Ja.
Nee, het is het. Gooi maar weg. Ja, dan dank je. Dan neem je dat mee. Dat is mijn werk. Niks aan gedaan.
Eerlijk door jou uitgezocht.
Ja, precies. Wat je dan wel doet. Ja, ik heb daar niet zoveel voor. Het staat daar. DFG 040. Ik wil het. Ja, ja, dan wordt het helemaal. Ja, maar stel je voor dat het is weggegooid. Dan kan je het niet tentoonstellen. Ja, goed voor de stijpen. Het is zo. Noem ik dat zo. Maar hij heeft daar een hele website. Ja, die is altijd een hele proces. Door LinkedIn. Heb je dat ook in Nederland? Door LinkedIn. Ja, maar zo. Nee, das ist ein N. Das war durch dick und dünn. Wenn man durch dick und dünn geht, zusammen dreht. Weil fahren durch dick und dünn. Ja, so. Ah, okay.
Sembra come lo oh no, ma fatto
Die 500. En die 4200.
Però
Ja, mit Haut. Wenn die Formalin. Ja, das sind auch nee, nicht 19 und 91. Da habe ich Hälfte des Autos. Und dieser New.
No, I mean, it's not
Ja, Material. Du warst im letzten Jahr oder so auch schon, war das bei der Imagenta, wo ich die Eröffnung bei der Imagenta gemacht habe, da wart ihr glaube ich zu zweit. Irgendwie. Hast du noch jemanden mitgenommen? Ich weiß nicht mehr. Und wart ihr da ich weiß nicht. Also, ja, weiß ich, da waren auch nicht so viele Leute, weil kann sein, ja. Ach so, ja. Ich hatte das Gefühl, die waren jetzt aber irritiert.
I do remember me, Kelly.
Yeah.
Nice
Hey.
to see you again. You just got this
You want to have it?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I haven't the price yet.
Okay.
Because yeah, we
can talk about it.
Yeah. Ja.
Giant on my finger, you know.
Preis hast du es noch nicht gemacht? Doch, habe ich eigentlich mal bis auf die Ecke, weil die wollte ich gar nicht ausstellen. Die gehen eigentlich extra nicht. Die gehen direkt, da sind sie jetzt direkt nicht so raus. Nee, die wollte ich eigentlich gar nicht ausstellen. Die hatte ich nur mit hier hingenommen.
Ciao, ciao. And one was so what did you see after we left?
Sorry, hi, my name is Anna Maria.
Hi.
This is my stand for Republic seminars in Gallery Handwerk.
Okay.
But and now I'm visiting the SCHMUCK exhibitions for the first time at all. I think in Munich first time at all, because until now probably only all of my teachers have been here. No one for the students or Finnish students. I'm sorry that I didn't say anything before that I'm going to come with 2 cameras, but
Okay. Doesn't matter.
Could I ask you a few things?
Yeah. Yeah.
What about that room? Is it? Where did you find it? Because your things are going so well together.
Yeah, this is a bookshop.
Yeah.
And his friends from mine run this bookshop. So I know them very long. And several years ago we thought that I can make here exhibitions. And this is so the 3rd time. And it's also the last time because they move. They stop with the little shop here because they don't need the shop anymore. And so this is also the last show in this in this room. It's the last show. Not for me, but in this shop. So I'm looking for a new place. If you have some ideas.
But have you been always working together with the place where you are doing
No, not always. I like it somehow because, but it also had to do. They were close friends for me, and so it's very easy to make a show here. In a gallery, you have to. Yeah, it's different. So a gallery show is not so more show off, and here I can make it more private somehow. It's an exhibition, but it's also kind of hidden somehow. And this I like.
Because I felt that probably I'm in the right place because I saw 4 people almost wearing that outside. Then I thought, okay, tolerance. But if I had this place here, from everywhere. But only one question. That, but is it important for you to show it in a white construct way? It's like packing somehow. It's like packing paper is as important as the gift.
You have to check out these.
Pardon?
That's packing paper.
Packing paper. Yeah, that is so. It's not so conceptual with the paper, but in my career, so I make often paperworks, and I collect now from this 30 years paperworks, and that's very new paperworks. And you see also some from the early 90s or late 80s, so tryouts also. But I want to show here now examples of my paperwork. And some are new, but or some not really, or not. These are gold, but I make here a little kind of catalog, and so for me, it's together is also kind of paperwork. It's not really, but.
As I found these from there, like
and there was a guest. I had also a guest here, and it's Manna von Kausweig, and she brings also paperworks. So then we have some paperworks. Ja, der steht 10 €. Das ist ein Schnäppchen. Weil, ja.
Nur heute.
Ja, ich habe halt nicht mehr viel und dann mache ich voll.
Because if I'm looking like this one with butterflies, it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah, this is from Manon.
Yeah.
From Manon Verkaufswerk. But the envelopes are from me.
Yeah.
Because when we send letters, I always use the butterflies.
And it's like those are so poetical stories. If you also take those away from that contest, that area, that shop here, they're still talking, but when you put it down there, they're like also connected with the room or how do you feel? What do you feel if you take your own words and put them in really white coloring space?
Yeah, it's also possible. Also these works, it's also possible to put it in a vitrine or in a gallery space. It's also possible.
But how do you feel?
Yeah, it's more artificial. Sometimes here I had a chance. It's not every time like this, but in former exhibition it was more than sometimes is it more when you have a jewelry and you put it somewhere.
Yeah.
Nearby the sink or nearby on a table also. This kind of impression. I had the chance to make such situations here.
Yeah.
But in this show is it not so much like this. Because now I have some empty spaces and these empty spaces looks more like in a gallery. So
they're giving that great forces or resting places for better words. Hi.
Hi. Oh. Yeah, why?
This is my stamp.
Okay.
I'm going to have a 5 hours video.
Okay.
That's why I have the extra
Okay,
camera.
perfect. Huh?
It's the...
Looks a bit strange, but it's okay. Yeah?
Now I'm getting used to it. It's a 3rd hour or 4th hour video.
Okay. But now I'm on video now, that's right, huh? But it's getting red, huh? I think you must change your accu.
It's going to make that...
It's a red light, huh?
I'm hoping that it's going to make that noise, like, change me.
Change me. Ah, okay.
Yeah, you could re-look yourself from my website. From
Okay. Look in another way. so we do it in this way.
For me, I can't. If you're a star, you can't rest. You're always Stefan Heuser. You can't rest.
Ich antworte jetzt nicht mehr. Ja.
Was? This is going to be shown on Friday also in one of the seminars. They have a big screen.
Okay. This is the first time I thought this GoPro is this, no? GoPro Action or GoPro camera or something like this are working in a good way. Normally you see it when you go by ski, a lot of in the mountains. Everyone has these cameras on, and you ask for what, and it's okay.
As I saw on Perun said today that they're looking a bit ridiculous, but
it's okay.
taking the spot. But one gallery said that we can't be there. But they had like higher prices.
Okay.
Don't laugh.
No, it's perfect.
I put your exhibition on my map. I already marked your exhibition on my map.
Okay, tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yes.
With this?
No.
Oh.
This is the next project.
Ah, this is a gay project. Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be shown already tomorrow.
I understand. Okay. Okay. Yeah. But that means you must work the whole night.
No, until 10.
Good luck.
And they have a nice space. So it's like a space for her.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
Thank you for talking.
Good luck.
Yes.
I want to see it once.
Yes, I will send my website. That is for you. Somewhere.
Yeah.
Yes,
Soon, one year we had then a carpet session wedding where
There's somebody that has helped us a lot with stands. Hannah May, who was done that, helped us with stands. She was a student and then she came back. Last year she was getting married a week before, or no, a week after. And she actually said to her husband to me, would it be okay if I went to after the no, you can't. But this year she's here and she's going to help me out. So I said we could have had a wedding here.
Du bist doch gerade rot. Keiner so drauf.